There is an exchange that happens every single day in India. Someone asks, "How are you?" And you say, "I am fine. Everything is fine." And then you both move on. But I want you to think about the last time someone asked you that question and you said, "I am fine." When the honest answer was, "I am not fine." You weren't lying to protect yourself, you were lying to protect them. Because somewhere along the way, you learned the person asking, "How are you?" is not actually asking if you are okay. They are asking you to tell them that you are. Think about what happens when someone breaks the rule, when someone actually answers honestly, "No, everything is not fine, I'm not okay." Watch what happens in that moment. The air changes, the other person shifts, there is a visible discomfort, a sudden scramble to fix, to redirect, to make the feeling go away as quickly as possible. Why do you think so much? This happens to everyone. Just be happy. These are not cruel responses. They come from people who genuinely care. But what they reveal is something important. We don't actually want to know if people are okay. We want the comfort of being told that they are. And this is not just something society does to us, it is something we do to each other every single day. Think about the last time someone close to you seemed off, quieter than usual, a little withdrawn, and you asked, "How are you?" And they said, "I'm fine," and you moved on. Did you believe them? Probably not entirely. But did you push? Did you sit with them? Did you say, "I don't think you are fine, talk to me"? Or did you accept the "I am fine" because that was easier? We are all doing this to each other. We are all part of this agreement. The agreement that says, "I will ask, you will say fine, and we will both pretend that was a real conversation." And because of that agreement, the person who is not okay has nowhere to go. In India, there is a particular kind of family gathering where the agreement is on full display. Someone in the family is clearly struggling. Everyone can see it. The quietness, the forced smile, the way they are present in the room but not really there. And what does the family do? They serve them another plate of food. They crack a joke. They change the subject. They do everything except ask the one question that actually needs to be asked. Because asking it would mean sitting with the answer. And nobody came here for that. So the person who is not okay goes underground. And underground feelings don't stay still. They move, they shift, they find other way outs. The person who was never allowed to express sadness becomes someone who gets angry very easily and cannot explain why. The person who was always told to move on becomes someone who feels a vague numbness they cannot name. Not sad exactly, not happy exactly, just somewhere unreachable. We have an entire generation of Indians who are completely fluent in pretending to be fine and completely lost when it comes to knowing what they actually feel. Because here is what years of performing okayness actually does to a person. After long enough, you lose access to yourself. You have said, "I am fine" so many times in so many rooms to so many people that you stop being able to locate what is actually going on inside you. You know something is wrong. You just can't reach it anymore. And you definitely cannot explain it to anyone else because there was never a language built for this. We were never taught the words. We were taught to be strong. We were taught to manage. We were taught that talking about how you feel is indulgent, that it is weakness dressed up as honesty. So we don't talk, we don't heal, and we wonder why we feel so alone in a country of 1.4 billion people. We have confused performing strength with actually having it. The person who never breaks down is not necessarily strong. They may just be very well trained. Real strength is being honest about when you are not okay. It is saying, "I am struggling right now and I need someone to know that." It is being the kind of person who, when someone says, "I am fine," and you know that they don't mean it, sits down and says, "No, tell me what is actually going on," because a culture that cannot hold space for pain is not a strong culture. It is a culture that is very good at hiding, and what is hidden does not heal, it just waits. That's the flip. If this made you think of someone who has been saying, "I am fine," for a little too long, maybe ask again, and this time wait for the real answer. Subscribe for more conversations like this. I'll see you in the next one.